I'm Kenny. This is Chris. This is the American Car Class Radio Podcast. And that cute chick over there is Stephanie. And we appreciate her for her brains.
I have brains, guys.
You do.
Not trains.
You do. Hey, welcome, everybody. I appreciate you so much for tuning in to us and giving us an opportunity to come into your living room, your car, your house, wherever you might be clicking on that phone and sharing a little bit of our lives with you. As I said, I'm Kenny Schofield. This is Chris Couch, and that is Stephanie Johnson. And this is the American Car Classics Radio Podcast. And we come to you every other week, Chris. We try to do a little bit of news stuff, and we've been busy. Life is busy. Look, summer, Sunshine State. We live here in Florida, and it does nothing but shine hot air on us or rain,
wet water.
And it's been raining. It's been
raining nonstop.
I think you jumped over a puddle on the way in here.
I did. Man,
have you guys seen
miserable.
my legs on my feet? They are soaked.
Are they?
I've had 4 inches of rain on my pant legs all day.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
No, it's been a mess.
Miserable.
I have not been. So we'll just start right in a couple little things here.
What we got here, Kenny?
Well,
it is somebody's birthday.
It's not somebody.
It's your birthday.
Well, last week was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
So it is our birthdays. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right. So my birthday is this Saturday the 20th, and Chris's was last week on the
6th.
2 weeks ago, right?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
So Stephanie went out of her way and got us a cute little cake with some confetti and some stuff on it. And I think there's a couple balloons behind us.
Yeah.
And so we're going to jump into that.
Oh, I didn't get it.
We're going to jump into that in a second.
There we go.
There we go.
And have a good time. So, we have been all busy doing our things, and I jump right into this. Chris, you brought Pearl up today. You drove her to work today?
Not to work, just to the studio.
Oh, just
I
the
drive
studio?
her almost everywhere but work.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because work is not fun?
I think so.
And Pearl is for fun.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my math.
Pearl is my everything but work truck.
Okay.
The maths.
All right. Yeah. Well, maybe there's something down the road that might be a work. Yeah. Anyway, so you pulled in today, and we just painted Pearl earlier this year.
Yep.
And
it's gonna fall off.
Pearl is her name because her paint job is Pearl.
Yep.
And you noticed a little discoloration on the right side of the bed, but not the gas cap, which shows me it was painted differently or at a different time or something.
It's weird. It was odd. And I just noticed a couple days ago, I thought, well, it's just the way the sun was shining on it or something like that. But then today I walked out there and I was walking up to Pearl. I'm like, that is a different color.
It really is. Stephanie, you noticed
gold.
it too.
Yeah. So when I was bringing back the cake, I walked by and I was like, but then
it's only on the
there's
bed.
A truck behind it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So I thought maybe my vision was picking up the glare, but I'm like, wait, that would be the other side.
Yeah.
That would do that, not this side.
Yeah. And it's
so I
only
did notice it. I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, oh, let me be the bearer of bad news again.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
it's only the passenger side of the bed.
We're going to take a picture and throw it up there so people can see.
Yeah.
But I think, and here again, I own a shop and we do have a body and everything else we do, but I'm not a body man. But I've learned so much over the last 4 or 5 years. I quickly said, I think that is primer bleed. I think that maybe there was some Bondo work done underneath, just a little bit of skim coating and stuff like this, and that's a primer bleed, meaning thin coat of primer, not quite locking down that Bondo that would have been on the other side. Now I'm guessing we will take pictures. We'll show this to Roy and see what he says. But right out of the gate, I almost think that's what that is, which means I'd have to reshoot that truck.
Well, not the whole thing.
No, the bed.
Just that side
and really
of the bed.
from the body line down, because that's where it's rolling. I've learned a lot that when you look at a color, it depends on what you're parked on too. If you're on grass, you're going to pick up that hue. If you're on concrete, you're going to pick up that gray. Yeah. If you're on black, then it's not really going to change much because it's a contrasting bit. But it does look like that maybe is a primer bleed through the paint. Yeah. So it just happened over the last few days.
Yeah.
And in that one spot.
Just on that side of.
Now, do you have a sprinkler system at home?
Nope.
No, so it's not a well hitting and like, okay, well, we're gonna have to find out what that is and do that. Great thing for you is that we do warranty all of our work and workmanship. So I get to turn 59 this year. I think you turned 45. Don't push it, Kenny. Don't. Right. So Chris is a ripe old age of 45, and you had a good birthday.
I did. It was awesome.
I took my mom today to, I was at somewhere else we'll talk about, but I took my mom's 93, and I missed all of last week. I had COVID.
Yes.
So.
But you'll have a good Saturday otherwise.
Yeah, and then I can watch some NASCAR on Sunday or something. There's some drag racing. I'm going to talk about drag racing real quick or something. NHRA, Brittany Force, daughter of John Force, she is killing it. She's breaking record speed and times. Track after track. Started last year, and this year she's just picked back up where she's rolling up. And it ran in Indianapolis. I think it was on the 6th, on the 3rd of this month in September. She ran a 343.51 mile per hour. 340.
I don't know what that means.
Drag racing. Well, she went 343 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. I know what that means.
In 1,000 feet, which the front of Dolphin Auto's property is 200 feet.
Okay.
So the front of our property times 5.
Okay.
Which isn't even getting to Shell Pit Road.
Right.
She went from 0 to 343 miles an hour.
That just doesn't sound safe.
3.66 seconds.
She's really carrying on that name, ain't she?
She really is, because John is there. He's not racing. He had that accident. I would love to think that he is done, but I think he might get back into it next year.
Really?
Only because Brittany announced earlier this week that she is stepping out of the car. She's going to start a family. She wants to have a family.
Yeah.
And she has gone out. She's proven herself. She's done. She's carried the name. She's carried the sponsors. She's carried the car teams. She's done it. And kudos for her. And she announced that next year she will not be back. Now, I have 4 tickets for Gator Nationals up in Gainesville next year because it rained out. And so I've got 4 free tickets that I'm going to go to next year, and we'll see who all goes where, what we do, and all that stuff. Knowing that our credentials are getting brought up and that we're doing stuff and loading up with SEMA and that we do Meekum and all these other things, that we're going to try and get into the NHRA game and do a little filming and behind the scenes and talk a little bit about what. So kudos to Brittany Force, and congratulations to you on wanting to set your goals and keeping them proud of all that.
And starting a family, being able to set your goals and then decide, hey, this is important.
Yeah.
Because that's so hard as a female to decide, like, to conquer all and then, okay, I'm good.
Well, to be on top of your game, to be at the top. I mean, that's leaving on a high note.
Yeah.
The highest.
It's awesome, yeah.
George would leave on all the time, but she probably has the weight of the world, like I feel with Dolphin. She has the weight where Dad's not racing; he's not here to help, and we're carrying the team, and we're sitting here, and we're breaking records. We're getting noted. We're getting the notoriety. We're getting the team on TV and all the viewing and interviews and all this stuff. So to have this announcement and step down, now they've got to go in and find somebody. Now, if that person doesn't perform like they did, was it the car? Was it the driver? I mean, you go through this, a team change, you go through it. So
I'm glad she didn't feel the pressure to keep going, even though she didn't want to. And they say the accomplishments and all that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But for her to realize that there's an accomplishment in raising your children and having a family, that's an accomplishment
it really
as well.
It really is.
I think the world has lost that a lot.
We're going to talk later about the world is where we're at with the world.
Sad state.
We're gonna,
it is.
Yeah. So congratulations to her and to them and all of that, because I know John's got to be proud of her as a dad. He has 4 daughters, so great to see one of them step into his shoes, into his field, into his world, and do all that.
Do any of his other daughters race?
One of them did. Courtney, I think it was. Maybe she raced for a little while. I don't think she is anymore. The other 2 do not.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to shift gears on you.
Yeah,
like Ashley would. But even though you were getting over your cold, and we went on a little road trip.
Yeah.
We did.
I heard about this road trip.
Yeah.
Go on a road trip, Chris. We you didn't get sick. So that's awesome. We're
driving down the road, and we already been in the truck together for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And he gets a call. And it's his nurse. He's like, yeah, well, your breathing things came back negative, but you do have COVID. And we just looked at each other like, well, but he was already on the mend. He was already feeling a lot better. So I never got sick. So he was already past the point of being contagious. Yeah, so that was a good thing.
Not only did you get not COVID, but you didn't get anything at all. So knock on wood, praise God. Praise God. So we went on
well,
this
he
road
kind
trip.
of did get something.
I did get something, but it wasn't COVID.
No. Are you happy?
I am happy.
I accidentally pressed the transition button before I was ready.
That's fine. So this is Big Red out here, and she.
That's
has,
Kenny,
and the trailer on the back, and we're loading up your new
Little Red.
Yeah, that's Little Red, I guess you'd say right now. She don't have a name, but that is a 1989 IROC Camaro Z.
Yeah,
and runs and drives, but runs great. I drove it yesterday for the first time. And that was an experience.
Barring the initial complication that you have with the driver's compartment, does it brake and it doesn't pull?
No, it needs some brakes.
Okay,
it definitely needs some brakes. They're a little spongy.
Alignment, wheels are pulling, wheels centered.
There's a little bit of pull, but not a lot. All
right,
but the tires are shot, as you know. So I think a lot of that could be tires.
We'll talk about the guy.
This is hilarious. But there she is inside my garage. So there's a little bit of a leak.
Is that the lawnmower? So when I uploaded these pictures, is that the lawnmower that little baby was on?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Out of all things, that's what I know.
So I got her inside the garage because there's, T-tops are notorious for leaking. So going through that and, there she is loaded up on the back of the trailer at the DMV. That was an experience trying to buy this car because the guy met us at a Walmart in Orlando, which was about a good hour and 20 minutes from us.
Yeah.
And so he shows up there at 8:00 in the morning on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And, I hem and haw and we finally agree on a price. And he doesn't have the title.
Let's talk about the haggling because this price, he was locked in at $4,500.
He was locked in. He wasn't changing it.
He advertised the car as a 50,000-mile car, which he was dead wrong. It had 150,000.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. The 5 digital odometer flips, and some people don't know. Chris and I actually had a bet. I'm going to say.
No, that's not it.
I mean, so I kind of heard about that.
We were at IHOP. We were at IHOP.
On his age. What age?
And this is the reason we had the bet, though.
Yeah, okay.
So we were at IHOP eating breakfast because we got there pretty early in the morning. It was like, we planned, it's like, hey, we'll eat before we swing by that Walmart. So we're at IHOP eating. And I'm messaging the guy, and his text didn't make a lot of sense, but it sounded like he said he didn't have the title. He would go get it. And here we are at 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
We're like, what do you mean you don't? We're talking to each other. What do you mean you don't have the title? He's got to have the title. And so then we start.
It's advertised.
We start overanalyzing every text message that I've had with this guy. And I initially was supposed to go get this thing on Sunday, the Sunday prior to.
So he should have already had it from Sunday.
Yes.
Chris was talking to him, and through Saturday, Sunday, and then he just took the ad down because he had so much hits on it. But he ghosted you.
He did. He ghosted me on Sunday.
But it turns out that he actually was taking care of his baby, and he fell asleep during nap time.
Yeah, he slept in, which worked out because had I drove out there on Sunday,
you would not have bought it.
I wouldn't have bought it, one, and two, he wouldn't have had the title had I wanted to buy it.
Oh, right, because then you had to go back anyway.
Okay, wait, pause.
Yeah.
So why would Sunday you not have bought it?
Because he didn't have the title on him. He left because in the state of Florida, you can leave your title at the DMV and pick it up whenever you want to. Like my titles to all my cars, I leave them electronically at the DMV. That way I don't have to worry about losing them. That's right. And so that's what he had done. But he had left a paper copy at the DMV, so he couldn't go to any DMV. He had to go to the DMV for his address. And so in Orlando and Kissimmee are very close to each other, but they're different counties, which goes into this other part. But anyway, we're sitting at IHOP, right?
Yeah.
And so we're analyzing all these text messages, the fact that we don't think he has the title. And he's like, so we're like, oh, okay, how old is this kid? And you're like, he is over 30 and missing a tooth.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I said he's over 30, and I bet he's got a tooth missing, at least a tooth.
And I was like,
it's my call.
I was like, I think he's young and just, ignorant, and I think he's under 30, and I think he's got all his teeth.
Yeah.
And you were right.
We met him. He just turned 31.
Just turned 31. So he was young.
And I said, see, Chris, now I said, now we had a bet. Chris is going to owe me $5. I said, you were over 30, and I'm only winning half of this because I said that you'd probably be missing at least one tooth. And he goes, and it was
it was way back.
Did he feel offended by
He did
those
not. He
comments?
thought it was hilarious. He thought it was hilarious.
Guy.
He was. He was a really
Okay.
good
He was
dude.
a great guy, and he owns his own little business, and he's trying to make life happen and not
Yep.
just be stuck behind
Raise a
somebody else's
family
whatever. So kudos to him and everything else with it. But
He didn't have the title.
he didn't have the title for a car he put up for sale.
And then, so we had to drive
Saying
over to the DMV, which was 20 minutes one way, farther away from us. We get to the DMV, wait there for like 45 minutes. You get up to the window, and they're like, "Oh, you're in the wrong county. You gotta go to Osceola County, where you're from." And so then we had to drive another 30 minutes down to Kissimmee, to Osceola County.
Yeah.
And he came out with the title real quick. By the time we got there with the trailer, he was already walking out with it. So that all worked out. So we loaded it at the DMV.
We got to I got to drive.
But he
it.
drove the car all
He
this
did.
time. He
He
drove
did.
the car all over Orlando, to and from.
And got
made
an
me
Uber.
feel great.
He drove it to us to Walmart in the rain on the interstate. Now, with that said, let's talk about the next part. You want to start with the tires? Or you want to start with the interior?
Let's start with the tires.
All right.
These tires are bald.
They held air.
No, they are round. They're black. They were once made of rubber.
Once made of rubber.
And they hold air.
Well, we know
All right.
for a fact that these have steel cords in them because you can see it.
You can see him.
This guy was driving in the rain on the interstate in this. I was impressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I would have done it.
No, and then there's the interior pictures. The interior is not
right.
bad. This is the picture
It's
I
not
saw. I'm like, this is not a bad interior.
That's right.
What are
But
these red dots?
That's from my phone when I touched it.
Oh, okay.
But there's not real red dots there. But so it's not a bad interior. This is what I saw. I'm like, this is not bad at all. But then you go to get in the car, Kenny, and you jumped in the car first because you're going to load it on the trailer.
Yeah. and I hit my head on the back headrest in the back seat.
It's the bolts. Oh, what happened?
Well, no, sorry.
The bolts
Okay,
that hold
hold on.
the seat down.
There we go. There, put it back to us. There you go. All right, sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, so the posts come out of the floor pans, and that's what bolts your seat in, and they're rusted off, broke. And it's a rocking chair. The driver's seat is literally like a rocking chair. You hit the gas and you rock back.
He said to him, "How'd you drive?" He said, "I hold on the wheel." He said, "I sit up on the front of the seat and I hold on to the wheel."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He said,
I
he's
just
like,
thought he was
sit forward
short.
and left, and then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But-
He gave us sitting directions on how to do.
But what if you were a little female like me and you only weigh 100 pounds? Would that have...
You'd have been
Would you-
screwed.
It's an experience.
No, you would have sat up on the front of the seat. You would have been perfect because you just sat up on the front of the seat and held the steering wheel like we had to do, crunched up there. But I did a little burnout. It is a posi, and I did a little burnout, and which was really easy because it's bald tires. And but when you
Performance
hit
tires.
the gas, you've got to hold on a steering wheel.
It's torquey.
Yeah.
It's a torquey little car, man.
It is. I think that so the 45 we talked down and he was locked in and we said, look, man, I said to him, you're over here on the phone with Marcy and you're talking and like, man, not feeling. I said, look, dude, if you
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it at 45.
He went 42 and I said, Chris, 42 and he's like,
But
okay.
the
so
floor
talking.
pans, I knew then the floor pans were gone.
We knew they were rusted.
And that's not the really kind of project I was looking to get into.
Not at
I was looking to get into a project I could drive today
You would have
and
paid
enjoy.
now fair market value in one of these cars that is in a lot better condition, whatever, is 8 to 12,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
15 even.
Oh yeah. I mean the carpet.
So we know that there's
There's money in there.
we knew and here again, this cheap, there had to be a reason. And so we pickled through those reasons and got to where we knew we had to be. The floor pans are rusty. They're going to need work, but not a complete floor set. The tunnel looks
The tunnel's good. The passenger side is mint. It's only the driver's side. It's only the driver's side.
Yeah.
So does that mean that something was once leaking
Oh, yeah, it
or
leaked.
that,
Sunroof.
like what makes it,
the T-tops probably.
T-tops
Okay.
leak or the door seals leak or the windows were down.
or everything?
It rusted over time. It may have been even up north to a point or something, but it is something that's going to take work to get done. And that's not the only bit of rust, although he did say, hey, the T-tops don't leak. They maybe don't, but the metal around the T-tops
Yeah.
does leak.
So
Yeah, we got a picture of that.
Actually, it's not pulling up.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's just showing me a black.
Well, we're gonna add that, but we can
See?
Oh, that's a shame.
So the
Yeah.
the pans are rotted. There is going to need to get some metal work done, and we'll take care of that.
I've already ordered floor pans for it.
Okay. How about that top T-top center section that
I've
we
already
found.
ordered. That came in the mail today.
Okay, that was $140 or something, and that is the
something like that.
T-top center.
It's the bar.
Yeah.
So that's something I could do at home. Not a big deal. So I've already treated the rust. I'm gonna probably take sand it down and all the stuff because I put the Ospo on it. So I'm gonna sand it all
grind the
down.
old one out.
I'm gonna grind it up. Well,
Yeah.
no, it actually bolted in.
Is it really?
Yeah. So you
terrific.
take it out.
If there are spot welds, I have a kit.
Yeah.
To remove
and
the spot
so
welds. Okay.
we'll see what it looks like when I get that bar out. But it's really not bad. I mean, and here's the thing: those cars can rust really bad in the quarter panels and especially the bumper.
And
there was no rust.
That's right.
No rust. It was the floor pans and there's spots.
And it's the original paint job. We know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an all original car, which I really like, except for the radio.
Yeah.
But,
So that's that.
and that's a big deal.
Well, 89 was the year you were looking for. Red is your color.
It is my color.
That's right there. So
And I wanted an IROC.
And 2 for 2.
Yeah.
This thing has some decent options on it. So we're happy with
The power windows worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
The trunk hatch was something else. So the guy had to crawl in. So I opened the trunk hatch, and then the mechanism that the hatch goes into and locks it down. As soon as you open it, it falls to the floor of the trunk.
Yeah. Instead of being the one that is just a close, this one has the.
This got the motor. It's got a little motor.
Runs down and locks and
And
pulls
so
it,
the motor,
which is a nice
casing
feature.
wasn't there. It was broke off, and that's what holds it in. If you
That
guys don't
happens a
know,
lot.
it does. And so instead of fixing this, it's like a $15 casing part, and he crawls in the back of the trunk, holds it up there, and slams the trunk down. I've already fixed that. It's fixed.
That kept
It
it
is
from
fixed,
coming
the
up,
parts.
but it would jostle during the drive or something. But it's all there. The car is all there. The front fairing, everything looks really in decent shape. Bumper and all the other stuff.
Fires right up.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Which is important.
Man, just
yeah.
fires right up.
Yeah. So she's solid, but it was an ordeal and an
AC didn't
adventure.
work.
But you know what? I
AC
feel
didn't
like
work.
you guys
But-
needed that bonding time together last week for
we
that.
recorded
Like,
we recorded a
you
lot
had-
of it.
Yeah, we had fun.
I recorded a lot of it, so I'll end up chopping that together.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it yet until this show aired, and then I'll put it out
That's
afterwards.
I gotta say, when you guys called me and I was working, and I'm like, whoa, because it was a rough week last week. Kenny was out the whole time. Like, customers are like, what's going on? I'm like, I'll let you know soon. Okay, give me a moment.
It was
But to hear his voice then go from like deathly sick and coughing and nasally and all the things to just perky.
Yeah,
You
excited.
know, I feel like that helps you heal.
I got to get out of the
I feel like
house.
that helps
I
you feel
got to take
better.
a break. I got to be a man with my bro for a few hours, and it was funny. Look, he ended up picking the car up for under $4. And made a good
Quite a few
concession
bit.
on
Quite a
that.
bit under $4.
Quite a bit. And he made a good concession, and he made the sale happen. And I think that he did this because he knew that it was going to go to the right person. I think the right people were buying the car. And
I think that's it.
I am so glad that Chris bought this because I said to him on the way home, had you not bought it,
You were buying it.
Whoa.
It was a really good. I mean, it was a really good deal.
and I don't want to.
It was really, really good. I've seen IROCs go for more that don't run.
Yes.
And then I diagnosed the AC already.
Okay.
So it was just pressure switch.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went out there and I jumped it. And I was like, oh, and it kicked right on. I was like, $40 part versus a $400 part.
Yeah.
This
Get
cycle,
it.
click, click, click,
Yeah.
click. So it's a little bit low, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit low.
Okay, but right.
But
That's awesome.
not a compressor. It's already,
That's
so it's not
awesome.
R12, which is what
No,
it came
it's already been
stock.
converted
It's
to
already been converted to 134,
Keep
which
it
is
super simple.
outstanding.
Yeah, we can pull it right up, put dye in it, and then shine a light in your garage one Sunday morning, and you'll know where and what.
I think the pressure switch went out, and he just said, "Oh well, it don't work now."
Yeah, but terrific, man, terrific. So
So there's all kinds of little small victories. I got all the new seals came in the mail today.
Okay.
For the T-tops and the doors.
So you're filling that wall up on the side of the garage.
Oh, the
again.
wall's getting full.
right, all
Wall's getting full.
All right. But we got to park in the road on the way home, called Marcy and the girls, and they came outside, and you got to, and you did a little nice little
Pulled in the
burnout.
driveway, did a little burnout in the driveway.
Yeah.
How do the kids feel about burnouts? I feel like that's like fun for kids.
Yeah.
Does one of them like it more than the other?
They're both pretty indifferent with it. But
Yeah.
they saw the car, and they're like,
Dad.
what did you do?
Dad,
Yeah, like,
are we
what?
going broke?
Yeah, what is this? So now,
Oh, well, they don't get it because they're what? She's
11,
13,
13 and 12.
13, yeah.
13 and 12. but then get this, right? So now it's in the garage. I'm out there tinkering in the garage and all that. Put air conditioning in it, so it's really nice working in there now.
In the garage, right?
In the garage. And so my 13-year-old comes out, and they'd never heard of T-tops, never seen T-tops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the T-tops are off. I've been working on the hatch. I was like, the window's down, T-tops off. It's just easier for me getting out of the car.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, she's kind of looking. I was like, you ever seen T-tops? She's like, no. I was like, check this out. So I showed her, and she's like, you could tell like her ideas are starting to change, right? And she saw Pearl before we fixed Pearl, and Pearl was nothing
She was
to look at.
Farm truck.
Just a farm.
Yeah, she was a beat up farm truck. And I think, she's very artistic, my 13-year-old. And I think she started seeing like Pearl went from that to where it is now. She's like, I think this car's gonna be pretty cool when it gets done as well. So
It's not me.
That's me.
So yeah, I think she's slowly starting to come around to she sees the vision now. Like I pulled out the old ratty headrest, that's out. And so she's like sees the seats coming out, the carpets coming in, and she's like, this is gonna be pretty cool.
Okay.
Well, and you think about it, for them, a convertible's cool, right? Kids really think convertibles are cool. Yeah. And so then you have this new concept of a T-top, it's kind of like a convertible, but there's this bar here. Like, what is this? Yeah. So I can see that being just intriguing.
Does the Mach-E have a moonroof or anything?
No.
So you don't have anything with moonroof either, but they know about a sunroof.
Oh yeah, we've had other cars with sunroofs and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was a fun time. We did drive home. We made great time on the way home because Osceola was closer than Orange County. So he actually drove towards the house to get the title. Yeah. And like Chris said, by the time he walked in and walked out, we already had it loaded on the trailer and it was done. He called an Uber and off he went. But it was a good day.
Yeah, he was a good seller. The only knock on him was he didn't have the title on him. But it just made for a better story.
Yeah, it sure did. It was
everything happens for a reason. We are all firm believers, and God has His hand, and that's what He was doing for you guys.
Yeah. Well, 45 minutes while y'all were in the DMV, I kept trying to peer through and do like I was, because I'm now.
He looked like he was looking at puppies in the window.
Right, so I was able to call Mom and a few other people, Stephanie, and let them know that hey, I'm actually down.
I'll tell you what, I give a shout out to my wife Marcy, man. She's a great woman because she's just as happy for me as I am. She sees me rolling in with this janky 3rd gen Camaro, and she's just smiling for me. She's like, "Hey, good, yay! Chris has got something to do. Yeah. He's happy now."
You have Chris. You have your own utopia. You really do. You are a blessed individual.
Amen to that.
You are a blessed individual, and I am blessed to have you as my friend, to call you a best friend, to be able to grow from you. I really have. It's been a banner year for Kenny Schofield to be able to get back to where I needed to be in my Bible studies, to learn to breathe a little bit better. Although the last 2 weeks, Stephanie, I've not been doing too well with this. Today has been an emotionally hard day, and I've been working hard to get through a lot of this. You are not short on words for me. Carrying words, and you take time and all that, Stephanie. You are nothing but terrific and great, and I love and appreciate you so much, not just for what you do with Dolphin Auto, not just for what you do with your family. Your plate is full, Stephanie. I could sit here and I could take out a pen and I could write down and I could put yours next to mine, and I'll bet they're right there at equal.
I just keep adding to it too.
Yeah, well, we gave my 2 rabbits. I'm in an HOA now, and I'm not able to have, and I wasn't going to trust them to my former partner. And so you got them bathed, you got them cleaned up today, you got them off to a place that's going to take care of them.
Yeah, Space Coast bunnies. Space Coast rabbits, something like that. I've been actually communicating with her because I want to start my own little rabbitry. The one in Grant.
Because she doesn't have enough on her plate, Chris.
Well, then she picked up, go tell your rabbit
we'll get into
story.
that one. So actually, before that happened, I was going to foster 2 rabbits, but something else happened, so I can't foster anything else. But so this group, the house in Grant, that is rabbitry, I want to call it. They have 16 bunnies that need to be fostered over the next couple weeks because this house is getting renovated and then the owners are selling it or someone's moving into it, something of that nature. So I've been communicating with her, seeing where we can meet people and stuff. She's got rabbits coming from all over. And flea season, I mean, it's a thing where the summer comes, rabbits get sick or something, and then people don't want to keep them, can't keep them. It's just a lot of different things that happen. People don't realize how long they live, how much energy they really take. I mean, they can be more energy than a dog, honestly.
Yeah.
But so what the guys are talking about is not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that, I was driving down the bridge in Sebastian.
Yep.
And it's pouring down rain. I was going from my boyfriend's house to Publix, and I'm driving and I see this, what looks like trash or a t-shirt or something blowing in the wind in between cars, just kind of like jostled back and forth in one lane. And then I noticed the wind's blowing this way, but all of a sudden it's coming this way. I'm like, what the fudge? And then I see a tail. I'm like, oh, it's a possum. Because it's a black tail and a little brown, tan butt, whatever, cream colored butt. And it goes across. So I'm like initially thinking like, okay, I'm going to pull over, take it into the grass. The lady in front of me, gentleman, it hits its tire, pings back, pings forward, goes into the concrete guardrail. I pull over. I have a jumper on, so I have like an extra shirt. I take it off, and before I can like see what the creature is, because there's plants and the palm frond that's there, and it kind of hid inside of that. So I pick it up with my t-shirt, and I'm just carrying it. Don't know what this is. I'm just carrying it to my truck so that I can drive forward, release it. Its little head pops out, guys, and I can't. Oh, it's not working.
Oh no. There's no picture.
There's one.
There's one. Okay, so this little face pops out and meows at me, and it sounds like a bird chirping. I found a kitten alongside the road.
2-week-old.
2.5 weeks, the vet said.
Stephanie, you saved her life.
Oh yeah.
Because
it wakes me up it was waking me up every 2.5 hours the first 2 days.
And that's okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind it at all. It comes with me to the shop because it has to eat and all the different things. Yeah, its name's Miko.
Yeah, and she's beautiful. She's got the bluest eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She is a emotional support kitty.
Siamese kitten.
Yeah.
She only had one flea on her. So that tells me, in my head, that she wasn't out there for long.
The fleas were smart enough to jump off before a car hit them.
Right. There was one on her. Her tail was ran over.
Yeah.
But we did a prick test. It showed that there was blood. So it shows that it's going to the tail would survive. We are 2 weeks into owning her now, and her tail's coming back.
Nice.
Her lip was busted. Within 3 days, it was good. Her toenails were missing and bleeding. I mean, she was covered in blood.
I mean,
she was. They told me this week is going to be the roughest week because you have a 50-50 shot. By day 3, she was glued to me and doing so much better.
Oh, she's
the formula feeding. Now this kitten, you would not know that she wasn't just perfection.
No.
She is literally running rampant around my bedroom, chasing the dogs, chasing my rabbits. She has no care. She went from hissing constantly to meowing and playing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Praise God for that.
Yeah,
absolutely, Stephanie. You're in the right place at the right
adorable.
time. And she is worth every bit of the time that we've spent with her. So.
Well, I will say she has been emotional support for all of customers that have came in having a bad day because of the rain. I mean, we've had we had like 6 people who got in car accidents last week and wanted estimates. And I was like, do you mind holding my kitten while I do this?
Great sales point right here.
Yeah.
And they just held the kitten.
Like, oh yeah, whatever you say.
Yep.
Whatever you say.
Yep. That's pretty much what happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
we've been away for a while, but we've had reasons and experiences.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff that's going on. And
Happy to share it with everybody.
We are going to be back this weekend. I don't know what your take is or what you want to be doing or anything else. I am going to go to, and I am not taking Lucy as we'll talk about that in a minute. I am going to take Rob Veris's C7 Corvette with the Pro Charger. And I got to take something to a car show. I've been asked to appear at 2 different car shows this weekend. One of them is going to be Saturday. This is where our friend Carrie Fink and helping Seniors of Brevard, but this is going to be at the Calvary Chapel, which is my church up on Minton Road, 2955 Minton Road in West Melbourne. It's from 8 to noon. There's going to be a lot going on. Across the street is a great skate park, so I'll probably take my board and go over there and hit it when I'm done too. 59, I can still skate. It's a good thing. But they are getting ready to give away, helping Seniors of Brevard, Kerry Fink and his group. They're getting ready to give away one of 7 cars that was given to them by AJ Hires of Boniface Hires group in Melbourne, and that's going to be on October 26th at the American Muscle Car Museum in Melbourne. We're going to do a special thing from there. So that's going to be Saturday morning. I'm going to be out there. And
I won't be there Saturday. I will be there Sunday.
So Sunday we're going to go out to Ford's Garage. Tony called us from the Ford's Garage in Vieira. Tony Brown is the general manager of the store, and he called the other day and said, "Man, I hate to drop this late bomb on you and everything else, but I don't know if you knew and whatever. We're going to do a car show this Sunday." And I said, "I'll be there." And then of course Joe Rodriguez reached out to me with Space Coast Cars and Motorcycles and said, "Kenny, I've got more shows coming." He gave me those all the way up through December because he dropped the ball on that one, whatever. But we go out there and participate, and it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Going up that far north and doing. But Ford's Garage, we're working hard with them and talking sponsorship stuff. So that ball is going and looks promising, and I'm hopeful and we're happy and everything else with them. So we give them everything that they want because right now we're asking them to pay some of the bills. So that's going to be. That's from 7 to 10.
Is that rain?
No.
That is rain.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
Man,
So you guys can't hear it, but it sounds like a fan just turned on
That's
really
what I
loud.
looked at. Like, is there a fan over here?
So it sounds like a fan just turned on. You know what? I want to talk about this. The last podcast we shot.
Oh, the
last podcast we shot.
You remember that?
The lightning.
The
It
lightning.
didn't have the fire.
And we all jumped. So I couldn't find it in the clip. I watched it three times. I also have ADD, ADHD, and children and animals at home. So maybe it was in one of the moments that I missed. But in the podcast, you will see all of us jump kind of because of it.
It was a noted boom.
Yes. And
you saw the flash, even through their dark curtain.
Yes.
You saw something and then it hit.
Yeah. So after that, when we left here, there was a fire. Well, that fire took out acres.
Yeah, Chris pointed and said, I think that's where the boom was. And it did start a small forest fire. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was 3 homes that had an issue. I actually ended up driving out there and wow. It was incredible.
Pictures were phenomenal.
It was incredible. I'll
somebody
send
had
some.
a drone up, and it was massive. But this was something that re-sparked the next morning. They didn't sit on the ashes like they should have, maybe. But wow, right there.
Even with the rain pouring.
Yeah.
Well, and then the next day when you were gone, and Summer and I were in the office, a big strike hit in front of us, in the middle of the road or something, because everything sparked. All of the electronics came on, went off, and then it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are thinking about, you guys said lightning, right? And stingrays and electricity, made me think about EVs.
Oh, yeah. What you got about EVs, bro?
So Dodge is out of the game. Dodge is out of the EV game.
Quit, gave up, done.
They're not doing it no more. They were putting out.
Quit. They fired their CEO, and this new guy.
He's like, I'm done with it. So they were putting out an electric Ram.
Yes.
Ford has their electric pickup truck, and they were putting out an electric Ram that had a gas generator to charge the batteries, which was a pretty cool idea, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah, it was all right. You get tons of miles to the gallon. So you
your tires would.
Yeah, so it charges the battery on gas. So you would still put gas in your truck.
Okay, so I had a car like that, and I loved it.
And yeah, same concept, just bigger scale.
Okay.
So anyway, Dodge just said, no, we're done with that. We're not doing it. So they've canceled the electric truck. They've canceled. I don't know about the Charger.
What kind of cost?
That was going to be my question.
I mean, you set up an assembly line to do all this. You go through all.
But here's the thing: nobody's buying them.
No.
Nobody's. But the electric EV sales have plummeted.
Oh.
And here, I'll tell you why. I had a notebook. I forgot my notebook. But I was sitting there doing a little why was the EV sales doing so well? Now they're doing so bad. Could it be just the administration? I would argue no. And I'll tell you why. Because everywhere, all these states that pushed EV, they've gotten rid of all the tax incentives when you buy them. Now, even though you don't have to pay tax at the pump, now they want you to pay a charging tax, and now they're going to charge you a road use tax. So there's no real savings for charging your car at home now versus putting gas in your car.
But had the administration not changed, I don't think those taxes have been implemented. I think they would have continued to push the agenda, which was.
But I'm talking even at the state level, not just the federal level.
Yep.
Okay, but what also about, like, so for me, I don't want to do an electric car because what if we go into war and have a massive power outage, and then what's your
Our grid
car?
is susceptible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what if
you have more problems than driving if that happens.
Well, yeah, but I just mean that's like one of them. Like,
But I don't think EVs, and there's Chris's personal opinion, I don't think EVs are going to go away and die.
no, not at
I
all.
think that they are going to be an option, as they should have always been. They should have never tried to be the only option.
That's
I've said
it.
that. I've been very
That's
consistent
it.
about that.
That's it.
There's a place for them. I don't think it's a massive place. It's a place for somebody like my family. My wife
Right.
doesn't work.
Right.
She's a stay-at-home mom. She homeschools our kids. So she doesn't drive a lot.
Yeah.
She doesn't drive a lot.
Soccer
And so when
mom.
she goes to the grocery store, she goes to here, she goes to there, it's not a lot of miles.
It's perfect.
I think
for what
last
she
year
is.
she put like 6,000 or 7,000 miles on a car.
I've already done that on my truck.
Yeah. And that was all year.
Yeah.
So,
already
I mean, it's perfect for
it's gonna be less
somebody
now.
like us.
It's going to be less now.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be less now. And not only that, I was going to say you had 2 gas powered. Now I got 3 other gas powered vehicles. So it doesn't matter if we're going to do road trips. That's not the car for us. I think there's a place for EVs. I think if you're an inner city person and you just do short jaunts and lots of short trips, you can charge at work, you can charge at home. If you can charge at home and not in an apartment complex, something like that, I think it'd be fine for you. But somebody like you, that's this is my only means of transportation.
Yeah.
There's no way I would ever say that you should go 100% EV. Chris's opinion.
That's why I loved I had a Hyundai Ioniq hybrid before they started the plug-in hybrid. So mine was still the gas.
And I love the
And I
hybrid.
loved that. I'd spend $30 and get 400 miles.
I am a big fan of a hybrid.
Hybrids are great, yeah.
I don't know the difference too much between the plugins.
I had
really
a plug-in hybrid. It was a Ford Fusion years ago, over a decade ago.
don't. Okay.
It was awesome. And we were in Vegas, and we would get like 75 miles a gallon in the city.
And for the Mach-E, if you've got, so Big Red's maybe got a half a tank of gas. It's pouring outside. You kind of in a hurry, whatever. You can still take her to Orlando and not have a qualm. No worries.
No issues with it.
Your battery's full, so you're going to go doing your run or whatever. So it is still there as a convenience for other things when situations happen and what have you.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice car. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
Well, they had paint deflect, and they took care of that.
Yeah, it's they said it should be done this week or next week.
Okay, great. So,
But then you were talking about Jaguar going full EV.
yeah, well,
you were
we
wanting to
saw
know.
it. We saw it.
So
and
Jaguar representatives, we were at a car show at Ford's Garage.
That's
Jaguar reps like their whole fleet is going to be EV only, no gas cars.
that's correct.
Okay.
Starting this year.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
Their sales have plummeted,
Yeah.
and they're not saying it's because of the EV thing. I had it in my notebook. I wish I remember what it was. They were blaming it on something else. In the UK, in Europe, their sales in April, year over year, dropped 94%.
Oh my.
They sold 36 cars in the month of April
What?
In
Europe.
In all of Europe.
All of Europe.
Now Europe is different than the United States because Europe.
You know how many they sold in the United States?
Well, if they sold 34 I'm going to guess they sold a couple hundred.
330 something.
Okay.
That was a 50% decrease year over year.
Oh my Lord. I mean, so
How are they going to survive?
So the first thing as a business owner, I say, how do you? Now Dodge got lucky. They got they picked up on it right
getting
away.
out of
They
here.
saw there was a bad deal.
Yeah, they didn't get too invested in it.
We're flushing hundreds down the toilet, and this cannot go on. Bail. So they got rid of that CEO. I wonder where he's working now. And they completely changed it. I said this the last show. Dodge's advertising scheme. They have come out. They are hitting it right in your face. They're not.
That's how they always were.
Anything else. They are right here, and he is saying, "Listen, we screwed up, and we have changed. We're back, and we're doing this, and we're doing that." And they are. The Hemi is bigger, better, stronger than before. The Hemi had some flaws. It had lifters that would fail. It had rockers that would kick. It had some issues, but I think that they're doing some redesign, and they came. What I love is their advertising. They came right out to the public and said, "Man, did we make a mistake?"
They did. They owned up to it.
And that's humble.
I appreciate that.
That's great.
It's what makes somebody want to say, "You know what?
I'll give you a chance.
I'll give you a chance."
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? Give Ford a chance that has 7 million recalls in 6 months?
Even with, and they're
Crazy.
breaking
And there
records,
should be more.
Found on road dead.
well,
There should be more.
because a lot of them are bulletins. They're not quite recalls.
The paint on the Mach-E.
Yeah.
The paint on the Mach-E is a known issue that has affected, I won't say millions of Mach-Es, but
80% of them.
a lot of Mach-Es are having this paint defect, and they didn't decide we're not doing a recall. They did a TSB, Technical
So
Service Bulletin.
explain,
Yeah. So
what
how
do you
did
mean, like a paint recall? Like, how do you,
it's-
what do you, huh?
It looks like pearl. I mean, it's a different.
It feels like rhino
texture.
lining. The paint was smooth like this,
Uh-huh.
but and then for some reason over time, in certain parts, like the roof and the sides, but the hood was fine, the trunk was fine, but it was the roof and the front two doors. The fenders were fine,
Oh, just the doors.
but it felt like rhino lining.
like it was wrinkling up.
Yeah, I mean, it almost seemed like
And
they
it's not
did it
orange peel.
intentionally. No,
Yeah, the way it was like, well, why would they only do that on part of the car?
Yeah.
Like it was a chip guard or something on the outside
Okay,
or something.
okay. Like, that's how the bottom of my
That's
truck
right.
is.
That's
right, it
Yeah.
was that kind of thing. And
Okay.
so I'm like looking into it. It's a TSB, but it's a known issue. And I've heard rumors, and I don't know how true this is, but I've heard rumors that Ford will not sell new Mach-Es in the state of Florida because that paint job is having issues in the Florida with salt, humidity, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So we've been, Marcy's been looking for a Mach-E for a while, and you just can't get them in Florida. Like even new ones, they don't show up at the dealers. I even had a buddy of mine at Kelly Ford who's a salesman. He's like, we're not getting any Mach-Es.
Right. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine named Angela up in Atlanta last week, and they were hotter than we were. In fact, the week before, it was hotter up north than it was down here. So it isn't just here, but it's a prolonged amount of heat, and that we're so close to the equator that the sun is here, and it is. It bakes
that with the
cars,
moisture.
the UV rays do it. So you're getting the Mach-E done. Is this under warranty? Or you got something covered? Who's covering this? Ford manufacturer?
Yeah.
So even though it's not a full recall, it's a service bulletin, they did put out a campaign large enough to take care of this for you.
They're paying. Well, it's covered under the vehicle warranty.
So how,
Which here again, the only reason
that we got it.
Yeah. What a massive warranty picture you got.
8-year
yeah, that's incredible.
unlimited mile warranty.
Unlimited. Batteries included.
Batteries included.
Man, that's a
I mean, I would buy a Ford for that.
chicken deal.
But that's about the only reason why I'd buy a
Chicken
Ford.
deal. But here again, I want to go back to Hunter Head, who is the head sales rep at Kelly Ford, which we're friends with and everything else. I take my Ford there for service on reflashes and stuff when I need to. It is his statement that resonates in my head. It's like, hey, at least we're not dropping motors in the cars. Now it's General Motors. I'm a GM guy, man. I got the 3 on my shirt or on my arm, and Chevy and the 6.2s, they're having some issues.
Yeah,
they're dropping some motors. They're offering a fix to change the oil viscosity to help you not have an engine failure.
Well, we talked about it last show. It was like if we had to buy a new car, which one would it be? And I'm like, you stumped me. I don't know. I wouldn't want one. I just wouldn't want one.
Well, even
I said a Lexus or a Buick.
I told Kenny today, I went, so this is the second time I've noticed it. I went to go pick up the cake, and coming back, guess what's squealing?
Yeah, heard Brett, 15,000 miles.
Yep. My truck is squealing.
It's a Toyota.
It is a Toyota. It's squealing
Toyota.
from the middle. It's like, so I noticed it when it was raining Wednesday, the 17th, because that was my mom's birthday, and I was coming home.
But this is not a belt squeal due to rain.
I don't think so.
Because we haven't had that. It rained earlier today, but you weren't driving it.
Yeah. So, so I thought maybe it was a belt squeal that day. But then it like I turned off my AC to hear it. I was like, okay.
I love that. Did it change?
No, it seemed like it was coming out of my driver's side middle of the truck.
Okay.
And then so I get out of my truck to start taking the cake out, and I left my AC on because I didn't want this other cake that I got, because I know you like chocolate cake. I also got chocolate for you. So I was getting that one out, and I'm like, what is that? And it's like a vibration squeal. And it's much quieter than what it was when driving, but it is there.
So it's not at the belt? You can't tell yet?
I can't tell.
We haven't popped the hood.
I didn't pop the hood. I didn't really want to take the time because I was aggravated. And
well, it's a brand new truck you're paying a buttload of money for, Stephanie. This is a thing that we are frustrated with. Here again, I go back to Ford and the old commercials of we're testing it on our test track.
Remember those old commercials?
They're rumbling and they're doing their.
They had was it a Chevy commercial or a Ford commercial? We should plug some of these in. There's one day, but they put a Ford on the bed of a GM of a Chevy, and they were driving it on the commercial, or vice versa. It was a Ford.
Love the old commercials.
They were the best. They were the best.
Like Super Bowl commercials, old commercials.
But the manufacturer tested the product to give to the consumer something that was worth the value of which we asked to be paid for. And now the consumer is the test dummy. And I say dummy because we're buying them still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In debt from them, going head over.
I will say this, and you know, I'm a Ram guy. Out of all the trucks, Rams, they're doing the best.
I had a friend who owned, actually it was Avery's dad, owned a Ram, and I will say it got almost to 300,000 miles and no problems other than AC.
I mean, you'll have issues here and there, but I mean, you're not seeing the mass recalls on Rams like you are on GM or Ford. You're not. I mean, there's people out there. Oh, my transmission did this. Well, you're going to have those one-offs.
Yeah,
but you're not seeing the big blanket. You're not seeing the bold headlines for Ram. I'm talking about Ram trucks, not Dodge. Ram trucks.
Right.
You're not seeing those big bold headlines for Ram.
Ford's recalls are all over the board. This isn't like
we're
just
everywhere.
talking an engine. We're not talking a transmission. We're talking the whole damn vehicles. All of them.
Yep.
They're all having issues from catching fire, falling out of park, not going into park. How long have you been making cars locked into park that now you've gone some, and here, all right. I have never once gone to a party or anywhere else where somebody goes, hey, I'm an engineer that designed the AC system on a Cadillac. Bust him in his face so damn fast. They just darn around. But why do we have to go through all these changes every year? Every year we're changing something. Is this to keep the mechanics from being able to work out, the consumer to being able to work on it? Is it that you've got competition just trying to up them on the next one? New technology comes out, let's just shove it in there.
Did you see the headline though? Ford is now making a subscription based for the mechanics.
It started on the 15th.
I called that 2 years ago, didn't I?
You did.
I said it 2 years ago because you had to buy their software from them.
That's right.
I was like, wait, they're going to make it a subscription.
Yeah. We knew about this a year and a half ago.
It's $1,200 a year.
$1,200. Now that's not it. It's $1,200 for us to buy the subscription as an auto repair shop for that manufacturer. Then how many manufacturers
exactly.
are there? How many?
That's just Ford's.
We're talking a dozen.
Then you have a $1,200 GM. You're going to have a $1,200 Dodge.
Now, not only that, but when you buy that subscription, you can plug into that car. But when you want special criteria, you're now paying on top of that $1,200. You're paying $50 per car to be able to go in and pull up that car's licensing system that you can then go in and do all stuff. But so now you're paying, and of course, hey, it's no big deal. The automotive shop, that's no big deal. Pass it off to consumer.
Well, that's what's going to happen because now people are hey, I just need my brakes done. Can you just need brakes done? How much for a brake job?
Frozen.
I know.
Are you kidding me? The consumer. Who is the bad guy here?
Well, and then the consumers. I mean, we've seen it.
Well, then they're mad at you. Yeah, they're mad at Steph when Steph's like, "Hey, your brakes are going to cost $1,200." Like, what? They're just brake pads.
Right.
Well, so like we have this one truck that we've been working on, and there is a part that Ford does not sell. It doesn't sell it.
This is a 2017 F-150 with a 2.7 liter twin turbo V6 engine, but this is a compressor clutch hub, and they will only sell you compressors $500-600.
They won't sell the fan.
It's just the bearing on the front of the hub. The compressor's fine.
And I will tell you, I have the part number. I have everything for it. And I contact all the different sellers everywhere. I mean, everywhere, all over the United States.
We
I'm on the phone with
two of them.
I'm giving them dimensions. Hey, I need it to be 111 millimeters or 110 millimeters here. I need it like to the T. Yep, this is it. That's it. Sends it to me.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
So return it.
Yep.
Then the next place.
Meanwhile, the customer's coming out.
Verify it.
Because this is only an hour and a half hour job. So why go, I appreciate him coming all the way out and everything else and doing this. His name's Brian, and Brian, appreciate that and everything else. A lot of respect to you. So, but we have to tell him to come back twice. All this to not have his air fixed. So now he's got to buy a compressor. This part was, how much was the part? $60?
The first time I got it, I think it was like $69, and then the second time it was like $30.
Yeah.
And both times they said it would work perfect.
But it doesn't. So you had to buy a $500 compressor.
Yeah. And this is R1234YF, or this is the one.
So we can't even do it.
We don't have that machine. I'm not going to pay $14,000 for the machine in Grant.
Yeah, all the new cars have the 1, 2, 3.
Buy new cars.
I am so dejected as a business owner and a car enthusiast as to where the industry has gone. I accepted NASCAR going fuel injection with a little computer in it, but this is ridiculous. And I don't know. I don't think there's an end in sight. I don't know where it's going to end. It isn't.
No.
This is the tip of the iceberg for the future. And are they going to work out the bugs, or are you the consumer stuck with what you've got?
So I compare it a lot to Apple phones when I'm talking to people. If you think about when Apple first came out with the iPhones and all the different i-products and the iPods, a lot of them had proprietary parts.
That's right. That's right.
You could not buy a charger. You could not buy headphones. You could not, unless it was from Apple. There was not a one-off. There was not aftermarket parts. If you got aftermarket parts, then they weren't charging as quickly. They weren't charging as efficiently. They were killing your battery. They were causing different issues.
That's right.
And it's kind of the same with cars now.
Yeah.
I'm calling and I'm like, hey, the TPMS sensors.
Yeah.
Those.
Love you.
Thanks. The ohms, the wattage being just like 1 or 2 off.
Makes a difference in the world.
And then it's like, okay, it doesn't say anything about needing to reprogram it once they're in the car. Some of them will say don't need to be reprogrammed, but then you put them in and they do need to be reprogrammed. Then you need the system for reprogramming them. Yeah, it's just always something.
I talked to Archie out at the parts house, or Pete over at O'Reilly's, and for these guys that are older and been around, when you were a parts guy, Chevrolet would have 3 models.
Yeah.
3 models of a car, 2 models of a truck, but a lot of the parts interwork
they're
with each other.
interchangeable, yeah.
And now it's you're down to a production date. I need to know if this is pre-June 14th or if it's
Are you serious?
That is what's going on with Brian's truck.
Yeah.
So his is 11/17 is the production date. So the cutoff is 11/17. For some of these things.
So what does that mean?
So though his truck is a 2018 because it was a
2018 model year.
A 2017. You put in the VIN, it says 2018, right?
Yeah, but it was made early. That's what they do.
But it's made early, and there's just this fine line of like, okay, no, this might be a 2017 part you need for it, and this might be a 2018 part you need for it.
Because this part is only 2018 to 2020. Otherwise, it's 13 to 17, and then 21 to 24.
Yes.
And all the changes that and so this is it. So this is where, as a mechanic, you have to buy all these specialty tools for this and everything else to do. It's just ludicrous that this is where we are with cars and products and everything else. This is why I want to get out of the field, because it's just not fun anymore.
I'm part shopping for a 3rd gen Camaro.
Yeah.
And everything says 82 to 92. If 82 to 92, this fits yours.
Yeah, but I mean, that's right. I mean,
10-year span. Yeah. 82 to 92 Camaro, buy this. 82 to 92 Camaro, buy this.
How many in 10 years do they sell? Millions.
Oh, yeah.
So there are repo parts, aftermarket
tons of them,
making everything else. But when something's a 2-year deal, how much does an aftermarket company want to go out and spend that money to tool this up and do it and then try to sell it less than what the manufacturer does? F it. Just let the manufacturer sell it. So we are now looking at buying most all electrical parts from the dealerships. I'm not even messing around anymore. I love Standard Electronics. I love Borg Wagner. I love all these things, whatever. I can't trust that anymore.
Which I have found like little ways around it is that I will call dealerships all over the country to get better pricing because I have found that North Carolina has cheaper parts at their Ford dealership than the Ford dealership here.
And if the customers complain about the price, then you can go ahead and try to work that price down if they're willing to wait. And that's a service that you get from somebody who cares about you. And that's at Dalton.
Well, and then I then call Coco Ford and I talk to my buddy Fred and I'm like, hey, Fred, I found it for this price at this Ford dealership.
And he'll match it.
He'll be like, hey, what's the number? What's the address? Do they have it in stock? Bam.
Yeah.
Done.
But you have to do that legwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of shops aren't doing this. They're just saying no.
No, this is what it is. That's what it costs.
Yeah. So it's
That's a
difficult,
shame,
man. It is.
It's a shame.
Yeah. So
Way of the world.
That's a tough one.
Did you guys hear about Hyundai?
No.
Which is from today?
Oh.
Well, not just from today. It's from the last little bit.
Right.
So Hyundai says it's gonna spend over $2.7 billion to expand the Georgia plant.
With a B.
Billion.
Wow.
2.7 billion. This is the plant that was just rated by ICE.
Last week they were rated, and over a dozen agents came in.
Yeah.
I think they took over 30 work. Now these are not Hyundai workers; these are construction people because they're building.
Yes.
They're building this up. ICE came in knowing that they had some undocks in there, and they made several arrests. Hyundai cooperated with them through all of this, but it was a big deal. But on top of that, this did not thwart Hyundai from wanting to go into and continue to build and do. The tariffs are working. They're pulling companies back into America that don't want this. They have a strong base, a strong sales base, and they're wanting to continue their product sales here. So they just say, hey, you know what? Let's just build it here.
Yeah. So they were saying that they wanted to increase to 200,000 cars per year at that facility. Now today, about 2 hours before this, they announced that they're going to try to increase it to 500,000.
Wow.
And that's where that 2.7 billion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Good.
Henry Ford rolling over his grave thinking about, man, I used to have 10 guys out there doing one car every month. What an amazing thing. And I'd love to go to a factory. I'd love to watch the assembly of this and do. I haven't ever been. I would be fun to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of news. It's a lot of stuff. What I have left for us is I would talk about Lucy. We are planning this event. We're going to SEMA.
See how the Lord works. He's in the details, right?
He is. It is the only thing left in the world that's free, and that is the love of Christ. But is to be able to slow down enough and say, Lord, I need help. I need help. I am in a place that is not great. I need help. I guess we're coming towards the end of the show, and I'm going to talk about this, and we're going to bring it up, and let's clear the plate and do it. I want to talk real quick about. I don't want to talk about Charlie Kirk. I want to talk about Charlie Kirk's message, because a lot of people didn't know him except for the voice, except for some of the paraphrases of what went on, except for maybe the face. The name didn't really correlate with my 19-year-old daughter and her boyfriend. They're like, oh, the debate guy. And if that's what you've got to know him as, then great. You know him for the debate structure that he put together, but he went to college campuses. Kids know it all. So when you sit there and you want to structurally converse with a college kid that believes they know it all, they're racking up a bill. They don't see it yet. Maybe they're spending their parents' money. They don't know it yet.
We'll converse with anybody that thinks they know it all. But he wanted to reach out to the younger generation.
He did, and he did.
That was his goal, to reach the younger generation.
He did it openly. He did it kindly. He did it with.
I don't know about kindly. Sometimes there was a lot of debate about Charlie's words at times, but everybody's trying to misconstrue and do. And there's some.
But he did it way kinder than a lot of other people would. I feel.
You know, and here's the thing I was talking to my daughters about, talking about the kindness. I was like, some people didn't view it as kind because they don't view the truth as kind.
Well, the truth
is the truth. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's mean or not, the truth is the truth.
Absolutely.
So I think he was very kind about how he did it, and he didn't mince words. He was, he fought for his beliefs and stood on his beliefs, and
His group,
I admired him for that.
his group had, before his death, his group had 21, I'm going to say the word, I'm going to use the word, chapters in colleges across America. 21,000 chapters across the country. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Just yesterday, and I looked it up, just yesterday, since his untimely death, 54,000
Wow.
new chapters, new on top of the 21,000, have
Wow.
opened up in colleges.
Wow.
Colleges that we watched put in their own agenda on what they were going to teach and how they were going to teach it, are now kicking kids out of colleges for being ridiculous.
Well, it shows you can't silence a voice. All they did was amplify it.
When his wife spoke, she said, "You think you've done something?" He died a martyr,
Yeah.
and it hurts, man. It hurts.
We had people coming and crying that day.
I have a friend that put the video
we
on there,
had
and I just said to
people
him, "Take it down."
sobbing.
It really affected me more than I thought it, because I didn't know him. And
Yeah.
I see people like, on TV, like this actor died, that singer died. I'm like, oh, that's a shame.
Robert Redford the other day died.
Yeah. And I'm like, but when I saw that, that Charlie Kirk was dead, I was like, what?
Yeah.
It really affected me.
It really is
So
effective.
for me, it was another school shooting. Like for me, you're
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely
you're
right,
adding
Stephanie.
to school shootings. You're adding to the issues that we all want to get rid of. Like we can all agree across the boards, school shootings need to stop.
Yeah.
Like anybody,
Any
whether
mass
you're for
shooting.
guns,
Common
not for
sense.
guns.
Yeah, whether you're going to work and you're pissed off at a coworker or a boss that didn't give you the raise or whatever, you just think that the gun and going in and creating violence is the answer. And first of all, fourth generation Floridian, I'm a Republican, although I have an ex named Angela that says I'm probably more Democrat than I really realize. But I'm not a gun guy. Guns are temporary. They're permanent solutions to temporary problems. For me, I have a temper. I'm bipolar. My counselor, he said borderline. She was wrong. I am not an act first guy. I'm a reaction guy. I am the shark will bump you once, it will come back and bite you. I'm not going to bump you or bite you. I'm going to let you go ahead and be the idiot. But once you've become that idiot to me, all bets are off, and I'm just going to roll my eyes back and I'm going to come out, and that's what I am. And I hate it. I'm working on it. Everybody that cares about me is helping me become a better, more refined Kenny, because I need to continue to grow. Everybody should continue to grow, but we've got to continue to talk. And I think it was Charlie that said, the minute we quit talking,
Bad things happen.
bad things happen. And that's how he said it, isn't it? And we have quit talking. We watch at dinner, my ex and I, we would sit at dinner and we watch people, young and old, and they didn't talk. And they'd sit there with their phones and they'd be on social media doing something totally different. Not even on the same social media, looking at their same stories and laughing or anything else. Totally different. A food comes and they start eating, but they don't set their phones down a lot of the time. This is where the world division is starting, and it's getting really gross. For me, extremism has to stop. We have to pull it back in a little bit. And I'm not going to go into politics. I'm not going to do all this. I'm just going to ask the viewing audience to please take a little bit more time to be kind, take a little bit more time to hear someone, and ask the time to converse and rebut. Charlie did not bait them. He didn't come in, do something, hit one line, next, and you're out, and I proved my point. He would let them exhaust themselves, trying to show why it was they felt the way they felt. Yep. And all he did was ask common sense questions to let them learn and grow to become knowledgeable.
And there was so many times, like, he didn't try to change your mind.
No, he just asked you open-ended questions for you to answer for yourself.
He was debating a professor in Oxford, right? And so he asked the question, I don't remember the question, but he's like, okay, that's where we disagree. He puts his microphone. And they said, he's like, I disagree.
Right.
He's like,
he didn't call him names.
No, he didn't. You did. That's what you believe. I disagree with that. We're just on different sides. I'm not going to try to sway you and make you. He's like, I disagree.
And that's where I think the kindness comes in, because when you have somebody who's volatile, that are not nice, that disagreement turns
They're
into
going
conflict.
to call you names
Yeah,
and
comes
every
into-
kind of ugly thing in the book.
But with that professor, it wasn't that he tried to get. Now, I want to talk about why I disagree with what you said, and we're not going to debate that because he knew this guy, educated, older, stuck to his guns. He's not going to look there. I have some friends in my neighborhood that are Democrats, and they are transplants here, and they are going to stay Democrats. I don't care. They don't care who they're voting for as long as it's the Democratic Party. I've not always voted Republican, believe it or not. I voted for Bill Clinton one time, and I just, you've got to stop and look around. Not every book is what the cover says it is. And you've got to know individualism, but that he'd take an individual and he'd let them exhaust themselves through explanation or definition to help write their struggle. These are kids that are asking, they're doing, and it just made sense.
The biggest thing is it shows ignorance on a lot of people's part, because even to now, some people say that Charlie was a fascist. I think you need to look up the definition of fascism, because a fascist doesn't give you a microphone and a platform to talk.
Amen.
They just tell you.
Thank you.
The fascist doesn't do that.
Point blank.
Yeah. No, I really am deeply taken back, and I'm so proud that my daughter knew who he was and was able to watch some of the stuff and see it.
Oh, my 21-year-old daughter, she was...
My 13-year-old daughter.
Shook too. My 13-year-old daughter was shook, you know. So.
My 13-year-old daughter is not for him. She has her very big beliefs on certain things.
My ex's 13-year-old's not either.
But she also was like, wow, he knows how to conversate well. She was like, he's very well spoken. He's very well rounded in his arguments.
Now, your 13-year-old has a phone and she has free reign on it. My ex's 13-year-old has a phone and has pretty much free reign on it. Yours does not.
No.
Yours are not sitting there going through reels, watching the social, seeing the things they're going and learning about it. So how did they know about Charlie Kirk?
So we spend a lot. So we have rules in my house with the electronics and what you watch. So Monday through Friday, the only things you can watch on TV have to be educational. In some way, shape, or form, it's educational. It's not silly reels. It's not nothing like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch educational debates, I encourage that. If you want to watch documentaries, I encourage that. So you have to watch something educational.
Love that.
I get lucky with mine. She likes to do that just for fun.
She does.
She just likes all that type of stuff for
She's
fun.
a sponge. She's absorbing sponges, you know. She's there. It's not all about fun and games for her. She knows that education is important and you have to get to that.
Yeah, she started learning Japanese, Latin, and French for fun last week. I'm like, okay, cool.
I didn't know that. That's a sick kid.
That's like my 12-year-old. She likes to learn sign language for fun.
Oh yeah, that's going to be her elective.
Okay, crazy.
And piano. She plays piano.
For me, I'm a outspoken, huge advocate for mental health, and I think that 80% of our homeless have a diagnosed mental health issue.
Yes,
and I think that we have overlooked it long enough. So for me, it is to push the agenda that the number one expenditure from the government of the United States of America should be to help diagnose and treat and take care of mental health. Charlie talked to a mom one time. I saw the reel and she said, we're talking about our son transitioning, and we're on the hormone therapy, and we're doing this, and we're trying to do this, or the girl was transitioning, whatever, and we're trying to do all these things. And what do you have as a suggestion for me, the parent? What can I do? And he said, have you had anybody look at her brain? And I'm not trying to be bad or anything. It's just said, how about instead of starting with pharmaceuticals, you start with a mental health therapist to talk about the brain, because you want to change what God gave you as a gift, which is your body and a brain. And you're sitting there, you're trying to treat and change the body, but you haven't touched the brain. And what do you think the body's controlled by? It's the brain. So how about you start with diagnosing the brain? And the mom was like, you're right. I mean, it was just like, how? put the top down, and the air's hitting me in the face. And it was a moment for me because it's so simple. Charlie didn't get, he got agitated sometimes. I could see him stirring his chair a little bit, whatever, but he didn't get flummoxed to where he lashed out. He would put the mic down at that point if we had something that was not, but it was the point of the art of communication for him.
Yeah. And teaching others how to communicate
How many people were at this rally? This is in Utah, man. This is or Oregon. This is a big deal.
So I've watched Charlie Kirk for years, and to the point where I remember when he first started going to campuses with Candace Owen.
That was like 4 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago. And hardly anybody would come by the table. They would just be sitting by this table, and people would walk by and not really engage with them. And to see how it grew from that to what that was, which was a massive event. That's huge, the influence that he had. And some people argue, and I think J.D. Vance, our vice president, he said it, that without Charlie Kirk, I don't think Trump gets elected.
He did say we owe this 47th presidency to Charlie Kirk. He is the influential guy that spoke to these young people, that got them out to understand and do that. Was with 21,000 chapters. Now we're going to go into 75,000 chapters, and it isn't stopping yet. Let's see how much more goes. But now Jimmy Kimmel got X'd yesterday because of his remarks.
A lot of people have lost their jobs over it.
A lot.
But I want to say this real quick. I mean, that is what it is. But they tried to silence the voice, but they amplified it.
Yeah.
All they've done, and you can argue it however you want to argue it.
It's up for debate.
Right or wrong. They've essentially created this generation's or this time period's MLK.
Yes.
Because MLK was the voice of a generation, and so was Charlie. Whether you agreed with it, I mean, there was people back when MLK was alive, obviously he was assassinated, that didn't agree with what MLK had to say.
No.
And, so they've essentially done that again. So.
Yeah.
It's just there's just been so much that's gone on. I mean, right after that, there was a school shooting just hours later, and it's nonstop. We just had, 4... In Pennsylvania, 4 cops shot in the highway.
5 shot, 3 dead.
Yeah.
That's
it's
been
rolling out every single day.
They wonder why. And this is something I always tell anybody that listens, and I tell my children, they talk about evil, and people say God created evil. And it's just like, a lot of people have read this, there's no such thing as cold. It's the absence of heat, right? There's no such thing as dark. It's the absence of light. Well, the only thing that the evil is the absence of God. And
the absence of God. And that was one thing that Charlie, what were the 3 things, Chris, that he asked you to do? Pick up your Bible.
Read your Bible.
Read your Bible.
Yep, read your Bible. Do what it says.
Do what it says.
And I don't remember the other one. Pray, I think. I don't remember. But I remember read your Bible and do what it says.
It was so simplistic.
Yeah.
It was so simplistic. Communicate. As I say, it's the only thing that's free left in the world, and that's the love of Christ. And all you have to do is accept him and know what he stood for, what he died for, and read the book, because there's when I go to church, it's like in school that we're dealing with the individual's perspective on it. There are certainly so many things that are gray that you couldn't perceive in different and everything else. So it's about your own understanding and your own personal relationship. You don't have to share it with anybody. You don't have to go tell people. You don't have to do any of these things. It is for you. It is for you. But you can share it, and it's free to do. And you might save somebody's life down the road just by being kind, by taking a second to listen, to act. So if I had a dream, it would be that we could all, in this well diversified country, pull ourselves back in, pull in the reins, and let's recapture what America is supposed to be, and that's unity and love, and do something for it, because it's our kids that are out there. All of us our kids are out there, and it's getting uglier by the minute.
It is. It's really sad. It's scary to raise children in this day and age.
Yeah. So, Lucy, I've gotten to, and thanks for not turning off on this and everything else. And if you've got something you want to say, listen, do it.
We're not fascists.
Nope, we're loving.
Say it.
We just
Don't have to agree with you, but you can say
care.
it.
Yeah. So Lucy's transformation, my 70 Nova, Lucy's transformation is beginning. I bought wiring harness for the car. I bought the whole wiring harness and computer system for the fuel injection system.
It looks like Christmas happened, guys. There are boxes upon boxes.
We are.
I know what that's like.
I've got new chrome bumpers. We are taking the whole subframe out, redoing it. I'm not going rack and pinion or any of that. I'm not going tubular suspension. I'm keeping it all the same for now. I've spent enough, but the motor, several $1,000s of stuff for this. But I've been going down the last 2 days, and tomorrow morning I won't be there. I'm going straight over to Matt's. I'm going to Matt's Machine and Motorsports Machine Shop, Matt's Motorsports and Machine Shop in O'Galley, Florida. And Matt is letting me build the motor, but he is sitting there making sure with all of his dial indicators and everything else, and his ring grinders and everything else, that I'm putting this thing together properly. We've plastic gauged everything. I had all the internal rotating parts balanced, and this thing should be close to 500, at least 450 to the rear wheels, and I'm tickled pink about this. But Lucy's going to the modern age. I am not dispersing her patina. She is staying exactly as it is. I got a little bit of rust in the bottom of the fenders, a little bit of soft crustation in the bottom of the doors. We're cleaning them all out. We're shaking them off. We're doing this. We're going to match up the patina the best we can. And we're getting ready for this road trip that I am leaving on October 30th. And we're leaving from Ford's Garage. And we have a 1 hour podcast coming up starting at 5 p.m., 4 p.m., whatever time we want to do this. We'll figure it out. And it's going to be on a Thursday, and it's October 30th. It's in Vieira. And I'm going to make this trek, and we've got to get out and get our 3D camera, 360 camera and stuff done and ordered and all that. And I'm going to make this trip 5,000 mile round trip. And I'm going to go out and do, and I'm on the fence about staying for Meekum because it is a lot of extra time away. But I am trying to work out some stuff, and I've written a couple people and trying to find out that I can go and do and be somewhere and have some extra footage and stuff of whatever, and do not just time off for Kenny to take whatever, but to keep the show going and all this. But I'm almost a little nervous, but I'm giddy, and I'm really.
It's the good nerves.
Really, yeah. It's just it's all starting to happen because we talked about it for a month or two, and now we're into the fruition time, and we're really kind of making the actions happen. So
I talked to Steve at Cool Cars yesterday, like I told you about it, and he said he's going to be at SEMA, so he said he was looking forward to seeing you out there.
Okay, so
it's fun.
I did see him, and he did at Ford's Garage. I saw him in the last show, and he did mention he was going. So that is super cool. Matt from the machine shop, he went with his dad a few years back, and all this. So he said it was a great time and everything else. I have not gone. You lived in Vegas. You've gone to it on the outside.
I've never been inside, yeah.
Right. So we've got credentials. We're going to go in and see what it's all about, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll hope that she makes it there and does good. I've got AAA.
It's a good thing to have.
I'm going to put a bunch of tools in the trunk. I'm going to have a couple spare tires and go to it. But
say a prayer.
I'm going to make the exhaust where she does come off from headers back, so in case I have a transmission issue, I can do something on it. Tyler built my transmission, so I have no problem with that. He did recommend that I get up to a 2600 stall speed converter, so we're going to do that. But otherwise, I'm going to go through the rear end, which we did a couple years ago, but I put a lot of hurt into her since then. And we'll make sure that we're wearing good and all that, because I haven't reopened her up since we've done that. So it's a lot to it, but complete new wiring harness, front and rear. Redoing the engine bay to where she looks really good in there. I'm going to paint the engine an emerald green. It's going to be pretty.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the North Torque, I've got the Corvette wheels, the 8-inch rallies in the back, 15-inch by 7s in the front. I am, like I said, this is a tune port injection. I've got ported and polished intake with long tube runners, bigger, fatter injectors, a little bigger throttle body. So we're going to see what happens. And
she's going to be a new girl.
Throw caution to the wind and keep an eye on the prayers of God. And I think we're going to make it out there and have a great time.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
She's going to be a new girl.
Mm-hmm. So
fresh.
So I would like to say happy belated birthday to you.
And happy early birthday to you.
Yeah, rock on.
Yeah,
so
guys, happy birthdays.
Stephanie got us this cake, and I'm going to, as she goes in and plays this out, we're going to go ahead and...
Hold on, let me give Chris his chocolate, because I know he likes chocolate.
I do like chocolate.
I like chocolate too, with white icing. I'm a yellow cake with chocolate icing guy, but cake. And before dinner...
Oh, look at that.
Before dinner...
Cut.
They
say life is short. Eat dessert first.
You gotta dump into that, Steph. And here, you've already got a place. So there's your spoon. I don't even have to waste a plate on Chris. That's how efficient he is right there.
That smells so good.
Stephanie, thank you for this.
Thank you,
welcome.
Stephanie.
Appreciate it. Everybody, we do hope that you take time to watch this show, to share it with friends. Please send us a comment. Please like the page. Please talk to somebody. I love you all and appreciate y'all. And
if you watched all this, God bless you. We love you.
yeah, God bless you indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Praise God.
Piece of cake for you.
That's a
All
play,
right.
that's a
Thanks,
play on
everybody. We
words.
love you. God bless.
Yeah. American Car Classics Radio Podcast. Tell a friend.